Right, when you do the installation of the window, you want to hold the window up against the hull, and this is going to be a two-person job. When one person's holding it up, have the other person take the center punch, as described in the instructions, and mark a hole, usually picking one up at the top so gravity works in your favor and the part hangs down. Use the center punch, you make your mark, you remove the window, you drill and countersink the hole as described in the procedures, put the window back on, and just hand tighten down the fastener so it's a little tiny bit loose. This allows you to reposition the window. Now with one position, dry installed with a fastener, no sealant yet, the person who's holding the window will try to smooth the window to the hull out to the next point so that the mark is going to be accurate. What you want to avoid is having any kind of a pooch in the window like this. So if you were to skip a fastener and mark out here, potentially this would be a raised surface. And this is an exaggeration, but you don't want any raised surface at all. So ideally, once this is fastened, you'll want to pick a piece right next to it, take a hole right next to the first one, and add the same procedure. Mark it, remove this screw, drill the hole. You may even be able to just pivot it out of the way, drill and countersink the hole, bring the thing back up, put the second screw in. Now it's being held up on its own. It's a little bit easier to hold it out into position, and just start working out from where you're flat. Work to the outside edges, work downward. On a big window or a boat with a lot of irregular shape to the hull, you may have to put an additional screw in somewhere else to hold it in place, but on smaller windows or boats that are pretty flat, once you have a couple screws in place, you probably won't need to put any more screws in. You can just hold it down, accurately mark the hole, move it to the outside, accurately mark the next hole. Once the holes are all marked, you can remove the screws, you can drill and countersink all the holes at once, and then go back and do a final dry installation to make sure that you got everything right before you break the sealant out.